Frankie, we've got a bunch of lousy Macs we're gonna try to make content out of today on BoxMac.
Way back in 2007, we started doing a show called BoxMac. Yeah. But here's 10 cups of Mac. So that got us thinking, what if we did all of them? Unfortunately, we weren't able to do most of the Macs due to water supply issues. Yeah.
I don't know what this is parodying, but as I was going through the Hall of Macs today, which is, shrinking, there was a lot of these.
We always kind of neglect them on purpose.
Yeah. You know why? They're never any good. It's like a bad impression of macaroni and cheese.
So at best, we normally group them in with their parent brand?
Yes. These are ones we've had hanging around for a little while, and we're never going to get to them. I don't know how many of these we want to do, Frankie. I think most of them are microwave Macs. Maybe some of them are add hot water Macs. We can take a look.
Let's just dig in. We'll make our decisions based on the facts as they present themselves.
Okay. Marshalls, and I think this might be from the UK.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And so is pasta and sauce.
Yeah, so this whole stack is UK.
Some of these Macs have been greedy with our time. Like pasta and sauce, how do you keep turning up?
They just keep showing up, and we don't invite them. This was from a company called Bachelors, and it's kind of making a sad statement about who's going to be using the Mac. This one says 100 years in the making, 5 minutes to prepare. This one you add boiling water. That's very easy. Pour in boiling water. These are all boiling water Macs. Just about every British home, you'd have a water boiler on the counter. Mm-hmm. Have we ever talked about that before?
We have.
Okay.
Can it apply to these other American Macs?
I kind of doubt it. Let's see. Okay, these two get microwaved.
Yeah, get them started. Let's go.
All right, so I have added the water to the prescribed line as indicated. We've got two types here. Got bold cheesy pizza and bold pepper jack queso.
How do you open the mailbox?
How do you open the mailbox? You press A, and then you're in the mailbox, and there's all of Mom's letters.
Oh, but that's what I do, but...
But I did it better.
Typical IT support.
I walk up to my dad, and then it's suddenly working. I can't tell you how many times I've had to tolerate that joke. Or they're like, well, of course, you're gonna walk up to it. It's gonna work right away. John, do you ever have to do like a little bit of tech support in your job? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
when somebody starts giving you a long narrative about what's not working, do you do what I do? Do you just wait?
Yes. You let them say everything they want to say, and said, okay, let's take a look at it.
And then you go back to, like-
completely disregard anything they said.
But the long narratives, they tend to come with, and this was really, and I got a deadline, and this is really
I got
important.
a deadline, and then my cat, and then
Yeah.
also I came in late today. Is that okay? I hope it's not a problem.
I've actually already restarted 4 times.
I've restarted for them.
I actually, when people tell me, I'm like, did you restart? And they go, yeah, 4 times. I go, you need to have done it 5 times. I'm trying to impart on them, like,
Yeah.
okay, if one didn't work.
Yeah, obviously. Now, Frankie, you made a bit of an advertisement out of these.
I don't know, a year ago or so,
Yep.
we tried the Reese's Big Cup pretzels.
Yeah.
Loved them.
Yeah, they were very good.
In some ways, they revitalized the brand in my eyes. Because I think that the peanut butter cup is the
Kind
kind.
of fallen out of love.
Somebody was saying, they were like, am I losing my taste for pizza or is it getting worse?
This is the thing I ask myself continuously with everything.
Yeah.
There's still some brands and some things that are still delicious no matter what. So I say it's the brands.
There's a lot of gaslighting going on. Maybe you just don't like pizza. Maybe that's just nostalgia for the prequels.
As of 2 years ago, you could still buy Entenmann's and it tasted like Entenmann's always tasted.
Mm-hmm.
It'll cost you $9 for like a box of donuts, but it tastes like it always tasted.
It's gonna cost you.
How much money have you got? Because this is going to cost you. This is going to cost you.
With the success of that, they've been pushing a few other ones. There's a peanuts one.
I've had that because I get the pretzel rarely on occasion.
The peanuts dry out the cup.
Yeah, it's hot on a hat.
That's right. The Reese's Pieces, they're okay.
Yeah.
If you want like these little teeny tiny Reese's Pieces in your cup, but you could do
didn't do
better.
much
The
for me.
pretzel is really where it's
Pretzel's
at.
good.
Potato chip. It's a gimmick. It's worth trying.
Yeah.
Somehow BoxMac has turned into a little bit of Reese's taste testing.
Absolutely. It
And,
can be everything.
Nearly 200 episodes in.
It can be whatever we want it to be.
Yeah. With no material increase of viewership.
I actually did love those eggs. Those eggs were so good.
Right? We had a few people in our Discord that wanted to make fun of me for talking about how I liked them. That and Felix the Cat for NES.
Felix the Cat is awesome.
See, John knows. Before we eat this,
Yeah?
why do you think they're putting potato chips in there?
Maybe add some salty.
Salt?
But peanuts are already salty, aren't they? I'm not sure it's adding anything besides texture.
I mean, I think it's making it like overly salty.
Yeah.
Much like the peanuts, dry.
Yeah. I think the pretzel's way better.
They're pushing these hard too. The convenience store that I went to, the place was overflowing with these.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll finish this cup, but I don't think I would buy them.
But I got chocolate all over my fingers.
He probably doesn't want to get chocolate on his fingers.
I'm Starting the dispensing. Looks wicked unappetizing. I'm not sure I have enough small utensils to actually stir all these. It's a tiny USB cable.
Why?
I use it to charge my headlamp.
I thought it was gonna lead someplace.
Like just bare wiring.
Yeah, like you installed low voltage cabling through the drawer or something.
There is low voltage, but it runs very neatly, and you can see it's like this right here. And
You know what's a good investment?
what?
And you were there when I bought one. We were doing a bunch of Junt's carts one day. A high voltage car charger.
Yes.
If you've been in a situation in your life where you're running low on battery, you're in the car, you're not gonna be at the house to charge your phone
I got a
in
good
while,
one in my car that I
get
do.
yourself a $30 charger that will zap that thing, blow your phone up
Yeah.
in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, you'll get like 30% charge.
Yeah.
These are going to be gross, by the way.
Yep. Should I help her? Oh, well, we've got a problem because we're plugged in here. Do you need a lot of privacy? Here, we can't see you like this. Go ahead. I remember one time I was at like a Six Flags or something. I had to go to the bathroom badly. We were in the parking lot. It was a huge parking lot. There was no bathrooms to be found. My parents were like, just go. Like they opened the door and they were just go.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I totally get it now. I can't believe I got to eat any of this.
Yeah. I'm sure that's good.
It's doing that because I asked it to heat it up the water to boiling so we could make these terrible macs.
Those jingles should be Christmassy around Christmas time.
Oh, yeah. That would be cool.
That's $1 million idea.
So when the rice is done for your Christmas meal, it's dun 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 dun.
Here's a fact that I don't think we've ever talked about, and there's not many of those. I have a patent for a system by which a printer's calibration plays a song, and you can tell the stage of the calibration that failed based on how far it got into the song. And it actually uses the motor to tell you, it goes do-do-do-do, do-do-do. Based on how far it plays the song, you know what phase it failed at.
Is there a backstory to this?
I work at a printer company, and I designed that system, and I got a
Oh,
patent
okay.
for
And
it.
so you're like, oh, okay, I'll write the patent. But it had Jonathan Hunt's name on it.
Yeah, it has my name on it. You can Google it. Google John Hunt patents. I have a couple. These look gross, by the way. These also look gross.
This one looks like it's got like beans in it. Yeah. It's disgusting.
Oh, Frank. I don't want to eat any of these. The thing is, I don't have enough like individual spoons, so I'm gonna have to like go in between and.
God help us. Are they all done?
Well, we got 3 more, but we're gonna do those in the second round.
Phase 2?
Yeah.
These are minimally viable.
This is Snacaroni from Marshall's, UK-based cup mac. It was just a boil and eat.
Extra gross.
Ugh.
Absolutely disgusting.
Oh.
0 stars. Spicy out of nowhere. Holy moly. I ate it, I tasted nothing except for hot water and terrible noodles. And then a moment later, it was real spicy. It's like a satire of a macaroni and cheese.
It is terrible.
It's like a practical joke.
Wow.
What the hell is this?
And strong flavor of onion to boot. This one looks much weaker. Maybe that's for the best. And what flavor is this one?
New mac and cheese. Hot water, onion, and noodles.
It's not as terrible as the last one, but it's still no good.
It's saved only by its blandness.
Yeah.
0 flavor.
Oh, it's
Maybe
so-
a touch of onion.
absolutely no improvement.
Did not meet expectations.
And here, this one reeks of onion. Go ahead, Frankie, dig in.
It's mostly onion water. Cloudy onion water.
Cloudy onion water.
Ew.
That damn onion would not stay in my mouth.
I'm gonna have like 2 noodles. It's an attempt at a. Is it? All right, I'm taking 1 noodle then.
All right.
Oh wow.
Okay, I swallowed it.
Disgusting.
Disgusting!
It's outrageously salty onion water.
And it's uncooked.
I couldn't keep the noodle in my mouth. So I just got a little bit of
You
liquid.
just emergency swallowed? Or
I emergency ejected it into a paper towel.
It's all onion all the time.
It's not even just like the taste of an onion. It's like 10,000 onions combined together.
There goes the onion.
Can you imagine some nice, mild-mannered British man at his office?
This is dreadful. I shan't buy this again.
Well, you would do.
You would do.
Moratorium on all UK Macs from this point forward.
Pizza Mac from, this is US based.
We've had hamburger helper cups before. I know we have.
Let's try this.
Yeah, look, it's bad. That's for sure. But
It
it's,
tastes more like American chop suey to me rather than macaroni and cheese. It has a little saucy flavor.
today is its lucky day.
Yeah.
Because before it, we ate 3 snot Macs.
3 of the worst Macs. Never have I had 3 concentrated bad Macs in a single show like that.
You just had to speed run them.
It's not good. I would be very disappointed if I had that for lunch.
As far as pizza flavor goes, it's not pizza flavor, it's combo pizza flavor.
Yes, it's tomato paste flavored.
There's some flavorings like, grape flavoring. Doesn't
Yeah.
taste like grapes.
No.
apple flavoring.
Doesn't taste like
Famously,
apple.
doesn't taste like apple.
Call me stupid, but if they named it Applejack, shouldn't it taste like, well, apple? Stupid.
But pizza doesn't deserve that kind of treatment.
You want to try this queso, spicy fiesta queso, Mac, from
Definitely not.
Helper? Yeah.
Spicy queso, huh?
Spicy queso. All heat,
No beet.
no beat. Heat water.
I'm not tasting like the boiling bland water quite as much.
Yeah.
It's a little improved. Does anything put you in a fouler mood other than actual tragedy, actual bad things?
Sure. Outrageously dusty this pack is. I understand it's the chemical they add to make the pasta boil correctly. It reeks of the powder.
Oh my God.
Chemical.
The pool. It smells like an Olympic pool.
And why is there so much of it in there?
It's like covered in donut powder.
I'm gonna have to like rinse it.
Where do you get off saying that you're a convenient macaroni and cheese?
This is awful. Like it's not even rinsing off. Ugh. Into my body?
All right, do you have any coworkers who bring in disgusting lunches and heat them up in the office?
We used to have this Chinese guy who brought in fish every day. Stunk up the whole place.
Fish specifically, HR departments should go ahead and ban. Like if you came in every day stinking like BO, somebody's gonna end up talking to you.
Yeah.
I think if you come in every day blasting fish through the office, somebody should talk to you. There was this one woman, I don't know what she was eating. I guess it was some kind of meat, some kind of seasoned meat.
Yep.
But it just looked like she was heating up animal diarrhea on a plate.
Oh.
And she's like, my lunch. Like an ill animal, you know? You ever find like a sick animal's poop in your yard and you're like,
Oh, Frank.
the poor thing.
Do you ever have this situation at home where you have to throw something in the trash, but it's extra bad, so you double bag it?
Probably what we would do is just take the trash out at that moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, I think. But these Macs here,
They're candidates for double bagging.
nobody's gonna want to eat
The
these.
UK ones.
I'm confident Zach won't want to taste this.
I would unfriend Zach. If Zach was like, I kind of like them.
And look, I rinsed that pack off earlier. My hands are now red and sticky.
You had like an allergic reaction. My hands are gigantic.
And look, it didn't even come off the thing. This is after washing.
Let me tell you something, fans who send stuff in. We love you.
We do.
You're not helping when you send this stuff in.
If you think you would like it, send it in.
If you're trying to make his hands blow up like balloons. Hi, Gloria. It's Daddy. Can you hear me? I love you.
Okay. Even after washing it with soap, it won't come off. And it's still on my hands. That means I need to use like a xylene-based oil solution cleaner.
Because the wood is pine.
Ponderosa pine, woo.
Gonna use oil-based paint cause the wood is pine.
I've recently started rewatching The Simpsons. I used to watch an episode every night before I go to bed years ago. I've kind of fallen out of it, but now I'm getting back into it. I love it.
Oh, you know, that reminds me. We had aspirations
Yeah.
to go back through your TiVo and have some fun with your TiVo. It's not possible.
So there's 2 hard drives in my TiVo. The main boot up one's completely dead. The other one, it's in a proprietary format, and there's tools to convert it, but I need to spin up a Linux box, and I haven't done that yet, which I may do yet, and we may
Okay.
make a little content out of.
Yeah.
But it would only be half the content either way.
Did I tell you that in our search for the Super Credit Man commercial, I think there might be a documentary here.
Really?
A documentary called Super Credit Man Lives.
I love it. Short form documentary, like 20 minutes.
And maybe we reenact it. Or maybe we get lots of people to reenact it in
That would
the
be
area.
great.
It's, first of all, no media is lost today, and it is lost.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, everybody remembers it.
The saddest thing, Frankie, is probably like 2019. I cleaned out to make the computer lab upstairs, and I donated about 200 VHSs recorded off TV from the early 2000s. Because I used to set the VCR to record Malcolm in the Middle, Star Trek, Simpsons, but I didn't think about the commercials, which is the real, loss.
Hey, look, Deluxe cheese, that's kind of, promising.
Simple Truth Organics, Deluxe Parmesan Garlic.
It's like the spice trade, before they had refrigeration.
Do you see the expression on my face of utter sadness, Frankie? This show was my idea. Why'd I do this to us?
It is the premise of the show, try them all.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, whenever I introduce the concept of the show to a new person, they're always shocked that there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
I'm actually shocked too how there continues to be. I thought we would have been done by now.
All we have to do is make a public announcement, send in new ones.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
I think we should, because the hall is getting old and tired.
Okay. You can send in new Macs again.
But please select Macs that you think we'd like. How about that? Is that like unreasonable? Am I defeating the show?
If it's a Mac that looks specifically horrible.
Yeah.
Or you live in the UK.
But I think the doors are open.
What are you doing for the rest of the day?
I'm playing this game called Stray with a cat, very famous. It's a lot of fun.
I just played through a Sega CD game, a horizontal shooter, Android Assault. I'm not really a huge fan of shoot 'em ups, but this one had, I just think Sega CD is so unique. There's 16-bit graphics that are a little bit more spruced up.
Yeah.
And then CD quality sound.
Yeah.
It was a very, very brief time, and
Yeah.
I feel like I wish that there was a richer game library of that level.
Like the moment before 3D kind of took everything over, and then you get those 3D games that really look pretty aged by now.
So as far as shoot 'em ups go, it was pretty good. It's the kind where power-ups make you a mech, so you can get hit more than once without dying, but your sprite is larger, so it's harder to avoid fire. If you hold the fire button, it'll spray the whole time, so you don't have to repeatedly tap.
That's nice.
That's nice?
That's nice.
And if you let off of the fire button for about 5 seconds, it'll charge up your biggest blast.
Cool.
With a killer soundtrack.
That
Like a
really
killer
makes
rock
it.
sound, like with like drums that sound great. And like little arcade verbal sounds like power up.
Let's dig in. Let's try this one here.
You know, that's getting pretty close to it, like a standard mediocre mac and cheese.
It tastes a lot like what I remember kind of the mac and cheese cups from Kraft tasting like.
Yeah, the Easy Mac. Did I ever tell you? I one time forgot to put water in my Easy Mac.
Yeah, and it burned.
It cracked the bowl in half. The bowl just went boom.
Let's try a little of this one. This is the Deluxe from that same brand. This is Kroger brand. Yeah. Bad. Nothing but sour, lousy. So this is the one that I have serious health concerns about, health and safety, because it still has left my hand red and chemically.
So what the hell will it do to your mouth?
I'm just gonna have a small bite. This is Parmesan and some bullshit. Smells disgusting.
Oh, God. You know how we said that it's like a pool? Do you taste chlorine?
Yeah.
Yeah. That tastes like somebody took a soup spoon, went to the pool, and just drank it, and then added spice.
Absolutely awful. In league with the UK Max, I think.
That is a piece of crap. And yeah, my mouth doesn't feel right after it.
Yeah, it feels, where it touched my tongue, it feels strange. I don't know if it's just psychosomatic or if it's like actually doing something to my tongue.
Keep this away from your children. So the standard Kroger is the closest you'll get.
Get Stouffer's frozen mac and heat that. Nobody's gonna mind at work. It's gonna be delicious.
Yeah.
Just awful. We'll see you next time on BoxMac.
I am eating my dessert. How do you eat it? With your hands?